Welcome back!
Welcome back to Dagobah.
Dagobah. Tatooine. Dagobah.
Dagobah. Okay, Chris, do we want to go here or here?
I want to go there. No, there. No, there.
This one has a lower battle level, though.
We'll do the one with the lower battle level then, if you're a fucking wuss.
I don't
fight,
remember.
Then do the easy one.
I don't remember which one is which. I know one of them, but I forget what the other one is.
So,
Because one is Jack the Pumpkin King. Da 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 da.
you know,
Forgot about this.
but I was, I forget who I was talking to, but I was talking to someone, and I was just like, dude, my attention span is literally, and especially in, like, stores and shit, is the equivalent of Jack's skeleton, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, what's this? What's this? This magic everywhere.
Is it bad that I know exactly what you were referring to? I'm like, I spent enough time with Chris to know what he means by that. What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. What's this? What's this?
Immediately distracted by everything around me. And dude, that shit infuriates my sister. She's like, you're the only person I know who we can bring to a store and will lose you because you'll be distracted by looking at fucking, like, cook timers. And I'm like, listen. Listen.
It's too true, though. That's the worst part.
I'm like, listen, sometimes they're cool and they have new technology inside, and sometimes I just want to turn on every single one of them and walk away from the aisle later and laugh as some employee has to deal with it.
Fucking true, though. That's you in a nutshell. It's too fucking true, though.
It's funny. They ever tell you that the Walmart by us had to change the air horns they carried to the ones that have it so the air horn part isn't attached to the metal part because of my buddy Trevor would go into the aisle and he found that the plastic was so shitty, the packaging plastic that kept it there was so shitty soft plastic that you could just push the button anyways. So every time we'd go through the store, he'd always be like, oh, hold on a second, I want to see if they have the air horns in stock. And you like walk down the aisle, and then all of a sudden you hear, and you're like, you come back, yeah, they're still in stock.
Trevor is one of those. He's one of those people that I'm just like, oh boy.
Trevor is the kind of person that's the bane of the existence of
Chris,
anyone
what's going
who works
on?
at a Walmart.
The map disappeared. Huh? What's that? It's huge! That's what she said.
Oh, I know this whale. It's the whale from the Pinocchio movie.
Yep.
I figured it was gonna eat us, like the Pinocchio movie,
it will.
but it decided
It's a
not to.
giant whale!
It's a giant space whale, thank you.
It's...
Monstro.
Thank you. I was like, that's what it is. It's a whale of a whale and be awesome beyond. Oh god! Before it get us out of here!
Your Donald Duck voice is really on point.
It's too late, he's gonna swallow us!
Your Sora voice is also on point.
That's true. I saw it with my own eyes. You sure you didn't hear it that time? What difference does it make? It's
Whoa,
a
did you
giant
see
monster.
him just fucking
Yep.
jerk
No,
down
I did.
to that step?
I did. I chose to ignore it.
Okay.
Because this is the best game ever, Chris, and Kingdom Hearts will tell you anything otherwise.
I'm fine with that. No problem, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. I don't think it's possible not to say Leroy Jenkins after someone says, let's do this.
Anytime.
Like, I don't think it's possible. Like, I think you just have to do it.
Every time I say it.
Yeah.
And then anytime anybody makes the hum, like the hum noise,
Yeah.
I always do the Minecraft villager noise where they go, huh, and I go, huh, huh.
Fucking,
Huh.
that's right. That's the sound.
Like, anytime. And I'm like, I hate myself for doing this. But, huh.
I have not watched or played Minecraft since they added maps to that game, which was like
a long
7
time
years ago now.
But literally anytime anybody makes a noise like that, I make that noise, and I'm like, I hate that noise is ingrained in my skull.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, the Reeler Jenkins meme is ingrained in my skull, too.
Actually, no. I believe Villagers came after maps, so I think I watched it a little after Villagers came out, whatever update that was.
Ender Dragon? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched the Ender Dragon. Well, that one was different, though, because I had stopped watching, but then people were like, Minecraft finally has an ending, and I was like, well, I kind of want to see what the ending to this is now. So I went and looked it up, and I was just
more
like...
now.
So I looked it up, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of a crappy ending. Also, I love that they gave you an egg, and then they were just like, what is this for? What is this used for? I don't even know if you can hatch it yet. Or at
in
all.
mods you can.
In mods you can't? Like, I'm always like so distracted by that, because I'm like, what's the point of this? If they don't let you do anything with it.
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio, Kyo. Ask me for dinner.
After him, quick!
I think I had clicked on one of the, YouTube's now recommending me watching speedruns because I watched a couple.
Yeah.
And YouTube does the thing where it's, hey, you watched one of these, here's 28 of them.
Yeah, dude, I get you. I watched a video of, there's this guy who has, like, all the Power Ranger, like, Megazords, like, the big ones.
And now that's the only thing
and now it, like, only recommends me that, and I'm only making it worse because I keep clicking them.
I understand.
It's...
Really?
But I get.
You think so?
It's true. So, how did you end up here, Pinocchio?
I love that they're talking without climbing up.
Oh,
Right.
So the whale swallowed all of you too? My goodness.
Yeah, looks like it.
My name is Geppetto.
I've never been okay with that.
Geppetto?
Geppetto.
Just because he's a pedo?
Yeah.
Do.
I mean, why else would he be trying to make wooden boys in his spare time? Like, I just...
You missed it, Riku's here.
Oh, good for Riku.
I hope he wasn't.
I hope he's important to the plots at some point.
Some point. I think we're gonna have to do something with darkness.
Quite a journey, right, Pinocchio?
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Pinocchio, the only way I can become a real boy is if I eat the flesh of a real boy.
That was too on point.
May I please eat your flesh? That show is too new, but eventually that show is gonna be considered
Come on, let's go back.
old, like SpongeBob's considered, air quotations, old, and we're gonna get so many memes from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Right.
Like, it's only a matter of time until we have just, like, a never-ending flow of memes from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, because so much of that show is fucking ridiculous.
Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
He's being tracked! He's an X on him!
He has an X on him!
Playing with Pinocchio.
You know what I mean. What about Kyrie? Did you find her?
I love that the
Maybe.
words are almost synced to the
Gotcha.
mouth. Like, it's
Maybe
close,
I'll
but
tell you
just
what I
not
They get a
quite
little
there.
better at it. They were better at it in Birth by Sleep, but you know, that was this prequel. That was the sequel. But a prequel.
The sequel prequel. Derek, the sequel prequel? Or
Yeah.
the prequel sequel?
There's the prequel.
It's time for Kingdom Hearts 3, Birth by Sleep Deluxe Maximum Edition.
So, Kingdom Hearts 3 starts out with a self-conscious joke, where it doesn't start with Kingdom Hearts 3, it starts with Kingdom Hearts 2.9,
Oh god.
which I was just like, that is too funny.
I don't know, Derek, it's funny to you, but I think it's gonna give me PTSD once we get there. Because by that point, we will have played like 9 Kingdom Hearts games, all with
In a
various
row.
ridiculous titles.
Chris, I don't know what you're talking about. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Chain of Memories Deluxe Edition.
This isn't even Kingdom Hearts.
No,
This is Kingdom
one.
Hearts Final Mix.
Yeah, this isn't the original,
This
Chris.
isn't even Kingdom Hearts.
If you want, I can go try to see if I can dig out the original copies I have of them.
No. No. No, let's not.
Then we'd have to
Ever.
play them on PlayStation, though.
I mean,
two,
that,
I mean.
and all. I mean, that's pretty much where we play most of our games, anyways. But fire. That was wood. That should have worked.
Yeah.
This game is horseshit. 0 out of 10. Too much water. Can I work at IGN now? Is it bad that IGN is probably the least obnoxious of the reviewing companies at this point? And they're the
so
ones
bad.
that are
All of them
yeah,
are so
and they're
bad.
and they're the, and I would still argue that they're really shit. At least they don't write articles that are just like, if you played, oh my god, what game was it? I don't even remember what game it was, but literally there was a game that they were like, if you played it, you're probably not straight. And I'm like, why? In what way would that be a realistic expectation?
What?
Yeah, I wish I could remember what the fucking the article was. But I think it was Polygon too, because of course it was Polygon. And it was, but they wrote an article that was like, if you played blank game, it's probably because you're not straight. And I'm just like, why? What would determine this?
That just feels like almost rude.
It is rude. It's fun. It really is. It's like one of the. Oh man, their shit. It has to be some of the most cancerous stuff on the internet. Like, it's one of those things where I feel like if you read it for more than like 20 seconds, you've developed like a severe case of cancer. And it's just like.
Nope.
Oh man, but hey, to each their own. I don't judge to their face, at least.
There was a quote where a thing I had said once, which was like, "I don't judge to your face,"
Yeah, I don't judge to your
and
face.
somebody lost it
Yeah.
when I had said that to them. Like, yeah, I don't judge to their face, and they lost it.
I love statements like that. It's fucking like it's. I used to have one that was hey man, I like you as far as you know. Fucking.
Wow! Waluigi! Wait, no, wrong game.
Don't encourage Waluigi. He's never gonna make it to Smash.
He is in Smash.
He's never gonna be in Smash.
I would want him in Smash.
He's never gonna be a playable character in Smash, and it will always be funny.
But he is in Smash, Chris. He's just not in Smash how we want him in Smash.
I love that when they put him in. I think it was Smash 4. I don't think it was the Switch one. But when they like, if they Sakurai put in Smash 4, he was like, Waluigi returns as a assist title in Smash Brothers, and then it's just Sakurai posted the. He had posted on Twitter that he's returning as an assist trophy, and his quote was just, "Not all dreams come true." Or something along those lines, and it fucking killed me.
There was one, I think somebody had done a drawing, and it was a little comic, and it was like everybody got their invitation back to Smash, and Waluigi also got an invitation, and I'm like, oh, awesome, that's cool. And then they're at the
Oh,
train station, and Daisy's just sitting there crying, and Waluigi gives her his
gives her this
invitation, and I'm like, Waluigi, the true hero here.
The true hero of the story. Except he's a creepy weirdo who stalks Daisy in the actual lore.
No, he's a creep who thinks he's Luigi's rival, but Luigi doesn't agree.
Luigi doesn't have a rival, mainly because Luigi doesn't understand rivals. That's why his brother also isn't his rival.
Like that!
Oh, I wish my brother would treat me with some respect. I wish I wasn't the butt of his jokes.
Simba! We haven't used this yet, so I figured I'd show you.
I just realized, all of a sudden the cutscene started playing, and I was like, is this one of those mystical summons?
Figured I'd show you it.
And then I was just like, they didn't use summons in the last game like at all. I remember that was like a thing in this game, was just like summons, because, you know, Final Fantasy loves its summons. Come on! So really it just replaces your ally characters with a
real bad.
A shitty boss character
It's real bad.
doesn't do shit.
It's
much.
really much better in the other games.
Okay. I like that. I'm just like, I like that I can take one look at this and just be like, this doesn't seem that useful.
His is bad. I think Genie's is actually much better if my memory serves right.
Fair enough. Kidding! Oh, he's dead. He's not dead yet. Now he's dead.
Sora!
You ever wonder where they go? Like, you think they're transported to some fucking black void until you, like...
They're transported back to their worlds. It's also really funny because you encounter Simba in Kingdom Hearts 2, and they already know each other because he's a summoner.
That's smart. That's better writing than the entire rest of the game. Look at that. That's called cohesion. That's called cohesion and thought processing.
Tandagaji. Excellent.
Oh, man. Oh, so in typical Kingdom Hearts fashion, let's talk about superhero movies and how bad they've been.
Done that every time, haven't we?
We've done it for a lot of Kingdom Hearts videos for some reason. I think it's just because our playthroughs of Kingdom Hearts happen to coincide with movies being released.
Why do you still care about
I'll
that
wait for
boy?
this.
It's not important. Continue.
He has all
This
but
is definitely
deserted
important. It involves the faggot child.
new companion.
Oh, sorry, I can't say that anymore. It involves the gay child.
Care about it. I was just messing with him a little.
Oh, really? Of course you would. Beware the darkness in your heart.
I'm just gonna say Riku has the most character development of every character in the game combined.
Yeah, it's because he goes from emo to not as emo.
Yeah. To slightly less emo to emo again.
Yeah. What an arc.
Oh, they had just released a DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know if I told you about this.
No, you did not.
I haven't looked into it.
I didn't even know they were gonna release DLC for Kingdom Hearts, and at the same time, I should have expected it, because you can't make a game now without releasing
You only seem
DLC.
interested in running around and showing off
Pokemon.
that Keyblade these days.
Oh, don't start with
Do
Pokemon.
you even want to save Kyrie?
Do you even want to save Kyrie, Chris?
Not really. She's kind of fucking useless.
Pinocchio got trapped in the thing. Oh, good, a save point.
Kyrie's like their golden child, where like they want her to be the golden child, but she sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Because she's like a princess, and also a heart, and also a Keyblade master, but still can't do shit.
Dude, I have just had a brain aneurysm because of how true that is.
You up for this?
No
No.
problem. Let's do it.
Pinocchio, shut the fuck up, right? We can be there forever. Dude, don't let him out. He needs to eat the flesh of a real boy to become real. I don't approve. Like, let him be there forever. He's wood. He can't die. He doesn't need substance to live. He'll just live there forever. He'll be fine.
This should help.
Oh yeah, so Birds of Prey came out though.
Yeah, I didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, most people.
And then I was just like, oh, it
because,
came out?
Like their advertising for that movie was kind
Yeah.
of shit. They advertised it. I remember distinctly watching
some
ads
trailers of
for it. Yeah, and like commercials for it. But I don't remember a single person being like, "Oh boy, I can't wait to see that." I remember most people being like, "Eh, whatever." It's another DC movie, and they're normally bad, so I don't care. But what I distinctly remember was, I remember I was watching, it was either an interview or a trailer, and they, like, had a part in the line where they were just like, "This isn't your movie for your cis white male audience. If you're a dude, don't even bother seeing it." And I was like, okay. I guess I just won't see it then. I mean, they specifically told me not to see it, so...
Yeah, that's what I heard was a thing.
I guess I just won't see it. And in typical Twitter fashion, as it always goes, a bunch of people, which I don't get involved in this shit because Twitter is cancer, but it is fun to watch from a distance, like you're eating popcorn, like, oh yes, let the hate flow through you, this is delicious. And so I'm sitting there watching these Twitter arguments go down of people being like, well, I'm not gonna see this movie because it's not because it's against men, and then people being like, we don't need you. It's not a movie for you anyway. This is for the women. No middle deal. And this happens every time one of these fucking movies come out that's like, this isn't for men, it's for women. And then everyone on Twitter goes, that seems unnecessary. And then everyone goes, fuck you. You don't need to see it. And then they go, alright, well, I won't see it. And they're like, damn right you won't, fuck you. And then the movie comes out. And then it does really bad in box office sales. And then they go on Twitter going, everyone should see this movie if you like strong, empowered women. And I go, no, it's already too late. You told me I couldn't watch it, so I just can't see it now. I mean,
but maybe he can help someone.
And then the movie does really poorly, and then it doesn't make its money back, and then everyone gets upset and say it's because men didn't go see it. And then I go, well, you told them not to see it. What did you expect was gonna happen?
How dare you? That's my first comment. You are a neo-Nazi because you didn't want to go see this movie that they told you not to go see, Chris.
It's like my favorite. It is my favorite Twitter arc. Like, Twitter has, like, a story arc, and it's always the same arc, and it's always my favorite one, because it's always, whatever, you're just a man, and you don't like this movie, you don't need to go see it. And then they go, alright, well, I won't see it. And then they go, that's because you're sexist.
How dare you,
And it's
Chris?
the same arc every time, and people keep falling for it. They keep doing it. It's like every time. It's amazing.
I'm just gonna say, Chris, you're getting a little too into this.
Dude, it's amazing to me because it happens every time. You could literally write psychology books off of human development based solely on the things that happen on Twitter at this point. Because it always goes the same way. It's like a fucking well-oiled clock. This is how it always happens. Movie studio, here, I'll break down the storyline for everyone because it's amazing. Movie studio goes, we're gonna make a movie, and we're gonna make it for the specific crowd of progressives. That's who this movie is for. It's gonna be for progressives and women specifically. No one else. And then they're like, and we're gonna advertise it specifically to them. And then people go, well, that seems unnecessary, the movie should be for everyone. And then they go, that's because you're racist, and you just don't want women to succeed. And then they're like, no, that's not at all what I'm saying. Look at the drama these people are causing. And then they think that's going to get them a lot of publicity because people are going to be like, oh man, everyone's talking about our movie. Look how much people are talking about it. Everyone's going to go see it now. And then it starts a huge Twitter war, which is literally, well, if you don't like it, you don't have to go see it. And then they go, fine, I won't go see it. And then the people who made a shitstorm also don't go see the movie because they don't care, really. They just want to argue about shit on Twitter. So then the movie does even worse, and then they go, no, you gotta see the movie, you gotta see it, no, it's gonna do bad, and it's gonna make it look like women movies can't do good, all women need to go see this movie now. And then most women are just like, I don't fucking care, because most women are reasonable human beings that don't live on Twitter.
How dare you? That's my first question.
And they go, I don't really care, I'm not gonna go see the movie just because there's a woman as the main protagonist. I want to know if it's good or if it's bad. And if it's not good, then why should I give a shit? So then the movie does really bad, and it doesn't sell well, and all the people on Twitter that were just like, well, of course it didn't sell well, you said men can't see it, and then they go, that's because you're sexist, and then they write articles about how the movie didn't do well because men didn't go see it because they're sexist, even though they specifically told men not to go see it. It's an amazing arc. It is absolute. Next time a movie comes out that tells men to not see it or says that it's a movie for female, watch it closely because it's gonna happen again. It happens every single time, and it's amazing to me. It is so funny to me.
Well,
Derek, why'd you start a cutscene when you
'Cause I
know
knew I
it's
could pause
over?
it.
Okay. Alright. We're out. We'll see you next time. Peace.